Everybody wants to watch, but nobody wants to eat.
But as a ramp.
Imagine a wild green vegetable that outranks garlic for causing bad breath. That's the ramp of Appalachia. Any food with that bad a reputation just had to be explored, so we followed our nose. Finding the ramp dinners takes you to the highest mountains of the Great Smokies in North Carolina, and the Appalachians of Tennessee and both Virginias, where some of these celebrations have gone on for over 70 years.
Early in April, you can look out, and the chances are if you see a big green splotch in the right area, well, then that's ramps.
Old timers, that's a tonic in the spring. That's what they'd eat them things for a tonic in the spring year. They thought that.
That poke salad go good.
When I was a kid growing up, the older people, the grannies and all that done the cooking of the ramps, always referred to them as their spring tonic. Having some good greens after the winter couldn't help but be good for you. They're high in vitamin C and I think vitamin A. They're high in selenium, which is good for your eyes, things like that. The ramp is a good herb.
As far as the health benefits, all the mountain people around here and my mother, she says that it flushes out your kidneys, liver, and it lowers your blood pressure, and overall gives you, increases your libido and stamina.
Best medicine you ever had in your life, right there. It'll heal anything, I reckon.
I did hear one story about a lady. She was getting ready to have a baby, but the last meal she had was a big mess of ramps. And the doctor, after that baby being delivered, said that it was a smelly situation, according to the doctor, you know.
The ramp was considered a spring tonic, medicinal back for the old mountain people. And, they said it would just cure the spring doldrums, is the way they would call it, spring doldrums. You know how you sort of get largistic, in the spring, you don't have a lot of energy and things. And they would eat the ramps, and it's supposed to ward off colds and flu and pneumonia, and they probably would. And I'll explain why. When you eat ramps, you smell so bad that nobody can get close enough to you to give you a cold or the flu.
Well, I love ramps. I've eaten them all my life, but I find people that don't even know what a ramp is.
How many does not know what a ramp looks like?
The ramp is of the allium family, which includes garlic, leeks, chives. The difference in the ramp is that the ramp has a blade on it, and it doesn't have a tube on it like the onion and the garlic and things do. It has a flat leaf, and it makes it more sensitive in a lot of ways, and I guess maybe that's how it comes up with a lot of different flavor.
Okay, how many are veterans that can get with these that don't know what a ramp looks like? Okay. How many's going down the mountain to dig? Raise your shovels or something up. So we got. Okay.
One year somebody had a man die with a heart attack up there, when it was so far in and out, they decided not to do that anymore, and they moved it down here. Isn't that right, Sharon?
Yeah. And now it's
and two, they brought the supplies in up there one time, going to drop them in with a helicopter, in a net, and they got hung in the trees.
What drives these people to go up into precarious situations like that to get these stinky things?
Well, that's a good question, I think a lot of it's tradition. There's a lot of community around ramp festivals. There's a lot of community involvement. So just one of the aspects is going up and spending a day or 2 or 3 afternoons with your buddies.
You just can't have a better day than going out into the woods, harvesting some ramps, taking them home and fixing them up your favorite way?
Oh, I love it. I've been doing it since I was a baby in Webster County. That was one of the things that we grew up on. One of the first foods that we were introduced to was ramps. I grew up at a place called Burgoo. It's a mile and 2/10 up a hollow above it. Ramps grew, you know, from the time, well, we started digging them. From the first year we dug them by the stem. Cleaned them up, sell them $1 a gallon, what we didn't eat, but we ate them from then on until about the 1st of May, when they got too big and get a little tough, and my stem starts growing back up in them.
Sir, do you eat ramps?
I do eat ramps. As a matter of fact, I've already been to one ramp dinner today at Loop Creek Baptist Church in Fayette County, West Virginia.
That's fine.
Fine.
You talking good eating there.
Are you a ramp eater yourself?
I'm a ramp eater myself.
Why are you just buying a small bundle?
Well, because my wife won't let me have a whole bundle. I'm not going to explain why.
Well, now, everybody doesn't eat ramps.
Why not?
Well, they're a little pungent.
I cannot eat them. Now, my husband likes them, my sons like them, but I have tried, and I don't like them.
My babies, grandbabies, and they really, they love them, but they kill me.
I'm not from around here. I'm from down south, and I had never heard of a ramp. And I like any kind of green, turnip greens or collard greens or anything like that, and it's just the combination of the greens and then the garlic, and you can't get too much garlic in anything for me. Well, that's the closest my husband and I ever came to a divorce, because I ate them and he didn't.
You have to really require taste for these ramps. We like to go home tonight and our wives run us out of the house.
Ramp juice will keep vermins out of your garden and your flower beds. So where we boil these things down, it's, obviously they stink. We boil them down and we have gallons of water with the ramp juice in it. So we bottle that stuff and put it in and sold it here, and it actually worked.
Appalachian region is where you find the ramps, mainly in the United States. And that's what the little ramps look like when you pick them. And it smells like ramps, tastes like ramps, and you actually can get stinking drunk on it. It's the only wine out there. If you get drunk on that, I guarantee you'll be stinking.
At most old-time ramp suppers, you'll see the time-honored standards: ramps, beans, potatoes, bacon, and cornbread, served with some down-home variations.
When you're cooking your ramp, do it very, very low heat. Very, very low heat. Just whatever it takes to cause a little steam and to simmer those ramps in bacon grease or a vegetable oil or butter.
Don't fry them too mushy. Kind of leave them firm. That way they're really good.
But I'll cook here today till we feel the cooler up. Then 6 o'clock in the morning we'll be back. And these ramps we cook today will be mixed in with fresh ramps tomorrow, so that sure that everybody gets hot ramps.
And you can mix potatoes, you can mix eggs, you can mix all kinds of food with them.
You can put eggs in them, or you can just eat them just boiled or fried, either way.
Ramps and potatoes, that's the staple of the bunch, is ramps and potatoes. Some people put eggs in them, but now you'll see everything here today.
I see you with the Julia Child spool of minimal butter.
Got 170 or 180 pounds of chicken. We got 66 dozen of eggs, 69 pounds of ham.
We got to make 1,000 pieces of cornbread today, cook 75 pounds of white soup beans today. Now we do have raw ramps and beans and cornbread tonight, and bluegrass music starting about 6, 7 o'clock.
We've been coming up here for 14 years doing this.
Where are you from?
Canton, Georgia. It's all for a good cause, you know. The kids benefit from it.
And bread, more cornbread.
200 pounds of bacon sitting right there. We fix barbecue chicken, and this year we're getting like 1,500. About 75 gallons of pinto beans, 125 pounds of cornmeal.
Don't let the label fool you.
No, there's real ramp juice in there.
It's our club single fundraiser, yes.
The financial success of the annual Ramp Festival is crucial to the operating budgets of the local community services. There's a lot of pressure in the days leading up to a big-time ramp feed.
This is cholesterol-free ramp meatloaf.
The Jolly Veterans of American Legion Post 47 hold the record for the longest-running Ramp Festival, 70 years, interrupted only once, and that was a break for World War II.
71 years. 71.
All these ramps are for selling.
What are you selling ramps for this year?
$3 a package. The packages are about 2 ounces.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so y'all just come on out and enjoy it. We'll feed you.
In Cherokee, North Carolina, the Rainbow and Ramp Festival coincides with opening day of trout season. This makes for a perfect combination of fresh young trout and the earliest and most tender ramps.
I'll never know which one I like better.
Yeah, got some over the egg and some of that.
Love it.
Try that right there.
Yes, man.
No sense in being shy when it comes to a plate full of ramps. Go for it, then head down the road and eat some more.
You want extra ramps? How many did you have?
There wouldn't happen to be any ramps in with the potatoes, would there?
Yeah, they is.
Looks good. Grab it and run. Got another festival over the mountain. The Cosby-Ruritan Ramp Festival remains the largest in Tennessee.
This is the 51st year of the Ramp Festival. Started out up on a hill up here, Shangri-La Hill.
Shangri-La Hill.
Had it there for 3 or 4 years, then moved it down here at this place. And it's a very beautiful place here.
We had lightning strike while we were having our Made of Ramps contest one year. Scared us all to death.
And the 2004 Made of Ramps. Contestant number 9, Whitney Leanne Miller.
The Polk County, Tennessee Ramp Tramp is unique. Here you're invited to go out with them and dig the ramps. Camp alongside the creek at the 4-H camp and take part in making the entire event happen.
The man's name that these roots came from, his nickname was Sass, for sassafras. Find a good sassafras tree, of course, and dig the root, and I cut it up in small pieces, and then tie it up in a bag and put in some water and let it boil. And it'll depend on how much root you've got as to how long you let it boil.
Each festival has its own unique character. Flag Pond, Tennessee is really a town reunion.
I can tell you one thing. I've been to this thing ever since it started. 19 years. I come here every year. And I'm going to continue coming as long as they have it.
Those got ramps up.
These are ramps.
Local cooks flooded their first annual ramp cooking contest.
We had 22 recipes that were entered in the contest, and I think that's just wonderful, right? I had to give all the entrants a hand.
I want to see the look on your face after you've gone through 20 ramp dishes.
You know, rather than look on our face, you want to smell our breath.
You know, there's all kind of stories that gets told. There got to be some kind of story told. So, you know, they tell you they last on you weeks, and it comes out the pores of your skin, and you try to wipe it off, and you can't. And
Judge on the ramp dishes. I know it's going to be an experience that will stay with me for a little while. Thank all of you.
A lot of people don't like to eat them. It takes 3 to 4 days for these to wear off. And
they're that strong?
Yeah, if you've ever experienced anyone that's eaten ramps and been enclosed in a car, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Virginia's only Ramp Festival, Mount Rogers Fire Department makes absolutely the finest barbecue chicken. The entertainment is top-notch, and you'll see the grand finale later.
Nice design.
In Richwood, West Virginia, the crowds are always huge and the ramps are plentiful. They cook and serve over a ton of ramps. Richwood deserves its reputation as the ramp capital of the world.
Ham, slow down. They're in efficiency mode already.
These don't stink.
Our ramps don't stink.
Stink out of it. Stink out of those.
How is the food?
Really good. My name is Betty White, and I really do like the ramps better raw than cooked. I like them cooked, but I like them better raw. They're much stronger, but they're tastier.
We were doing a tasting at Tamarack, and we give out these little biscuits, and this old codger came along there and stood and ate 6 of them. And he said, "Who made these biscuits?" And I said, "I did." He said, "Are you married?" And I said, "Well, I've been a widow for 20 years, but I'm 85 years old." And he took off down the hall just as fast as he could go. I'm still making biscuits, and he's gone with the wind.
Basically, you can go up here on this hill up here, right here, and dig all the ramps you want, basically, for a mess or whatever. Well, we got $10 bags, we got $5 bags, we got $5 clean bags. We can make whatever you want, bushel, peck, whatever. We sell them out every year. Every year. Sell out every year.
I left here when I was 16 years old and moved to Ohio, but I like them so much, I drive 500 miles a year to come and get them.
We talked to the judges at the International Ramp Cook-Off in Elkins, West Virginia, about what makes a winner.
Well, my first criteria is the flavor. I think you got to be a connoisseur of ramps to really know the flavor of a ramp. It's got to be presented right, and then it's got to taste like a ramp. You can't smother the flavor with the other ingredients.
What's the secret to your recipe, John?
I cannot tell. No.
That's why.
No, we just fried cabbage and fried ramps and mix together, and carrots and then cabbage and sesame oil. And that's it. Salt and pepper.
They're wonderful.
Thank you.
You know, I like to see them prepared to where the strong taste comes out. It has to be a strong, protruding taste. It has to be strong.
He's a one-time winner already.
Does this taste heavily of ramps?
This tastes very heavily of ramps.
Heavily ramped.
Wonderful. We're in West Virginia. I couldn't tell you where. We're somewhere between Clay and Summersville. We're either on County Road 11 or 15. I'm not sure. I think we're lost.
It was all we could do to rush a visit to the remote and beautiful old Swiss-style community of Helvetia for their annual ramp supper. What set Helvetia apart is the huge family-style servings for a sit-down, all-you-can-eat supper that always has long lines waiting to be seated and enjoy the ramps in the basement of the community hall. The community of Clow, West Virginia will kill you with kindness. If you crave food just like Grandma used to make,
We're going to attempt to get one of everything. One of those.
That's enough.
Oh, one of everything on this table onto this plate.
Well, better get you another plate.
No, it'll be impossible. Ah, the combination of the gods, ramps and potatoes.
Hold it in the middle. Hold it in the middle. If you don't, it's going to break.
Uh-oh. Beans.
Yeah, them's good.
That's the good yellow chicken gravy?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's good. We have chicken pot pie.
Yeah. He's got to taste everything.
That's right, indeed.
There's sauerkraut salad.
A sauerkraut salad. What does that go good with?
Everything.
Okay, that's just beautiful. This is just too intriguing here. What?
That's a cornbread salad.
Lovely, that's going in the corner. Mixed cold vegetable salad. Oh, corny cornbread, white cornbread, Mexican cornbread. Is this someone else's Mexican cornbread? A different recipe counts. I think that'll do.
Oh my goodness.
Obscene. Isn't that beautiful?
And for dessert, just kidding.
Now that's nice.
Clo takes the cake.
Basically, people don't eat raw ramps.
Okay, now that we're ready for the party that everybody wants to watch, but nobody wants to eat. Leave the leaves out in front of you. Do not throw them on the ground or you'll be disqualified. The ramps have to stay down. If you upchuck, you're disqualified.
And this boy can flat wolf some ramps down. Ha! It'll make you gag.
Down it down.
5,
Mark Henry's the man.
5 seconds. Go. 2,
Mark
1,
Henry's
go.
the man.
And what we do is we put one judge to every 2 contestants. As that judge, as soon as they get done with their 4 ounces on the bag, they'll throw them another bag and they'll keep a record of it. They have a 2-minute from start to finish. Who can eat the most ramps? Dessert is probably between 3.5 and 4 bags, which is 1 pound.
No, Mark. Eat, baby. Eat, baby. Come on, Mark. What's the time? Mark, eat, baby.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop. Everything that's in your mouth, it's got to go down.
Split the seas, people. He's coming through.
This is my arch nemesis.
On behalf of the American Legion, here we give Randy the trophy. Thanks, Randy. Big hands. Jody Davis. 56 rounds. They give all of these guys a big hand.
Word is, a few adventurous gourmet chefs around the country have begun to recognize wild ramps as a rare and highly prized seasonal ingredient on their restaurant menus.
All right, ramps are up.
Some surprising and inspired variations can happen when a serious chef takes the challenge to experiment with ramps. Ramps add a bold stroke to the artist's palate. That may be a first.
Somebody's got to be first.
Ramp Farm Specialties in West Virginia is helping supply this trend with both fresh ramps in season and creatively bold preserves.
We provide wholesale, whether it be San Francisco, New York, wherever, for those local chefs. There was a chef that was one of his specialties, was a ramp soup. That really went over big.
Yeah, buddy, nothing like ramps. I like to eat them till my speech starts to slur.
I know it tastes real good, and I go out in the mountains myself and get some myself. But it's beautiful.
And there's no better way to shake off old man winter than to go to a good old-fashioned Appalachian ramp supper and welcome the spring and the king of stink. Let's go, boys!